Hello, hello, welcome. I am super excited to be here with you today. Welcome. Thank you so much for those of you that are joining me live, those of you that are catching the replay. My name is Christina Abad. I'm a love and relationship coach, and I help women attract the right partner for a healthy relationship. And I'm super excited because we just had our Independence Day weekend, right? So tonight I'm talking all about how to claim that independence so that you can attract true love. And if that's something that you're looking to do, you definitely want to stay until the end because this is going to get juicy. Because here's the truth, we just had our Independence Day weekend, right? It was a full moon. And on top of that, there was a partial eclipse. So let me tell you, the energies, everything is so like heightened. And this independence, right? We're going through times right now of so much change, of so much truth, right? Truth being spoken, truth being shared, truth being revealed, right? And for many of us, this day of independence is a moment of reflecting that as well, right? In our lives, and where are we claiming independence? And that comes so in time for what's going on in the world. For many of you that know the history, right? We the colonists came to this country and they settled here, and they built colonies, they started doing their thing here. And what happened was that there came a point where they no longer wanted to be tied to Britain, right? They now wanted to do their own thing. They wanted to start their own nation, right? And here's the truth, that this nation, right, we celebrated Independence Day, and we separated from Britain, but the truth is that the system that the country was built on, right, has was still very much tied in to what was known, right? What was already experienced, what was already known to them, which was the systems from Britain. And I share a little bit of the history because I know we're talking tonight about claiming independence and love, but it's just so timely because the same way that we, sometimes have these systems set up for the way that we date, we have systems set up for the way that we attract people, right? That we have a certain type. And these systems are put in place because of how we grow up, right? What we're raised with, the ideas, the structures, all of these ideas that add to our upbringing, right? To our system, our way of operating when it comes to relationships. And I want to make that comparison because for many of us, claiming that independence, right, when it comes to attracting love, when it comes to attracting relationships, is kind of doing away with that old system, right? That system that you were brought up with. Maybe perhaps you didn't have a father, right? And you might have abandonment issues come up. Maybe you've had, relationships that were toxic and you have a fear of being hurt again. So now you're operating on these systems, right? And now you're in this new space where you want to attract real love. You want to have a real relationship, but you're operating on these old systems, right? And when I work with my clients, that's what I do. I help them do away with those old systems. And much like, right, the US came here and they did away with, right, with Great Britain, and they started their own thing. But much of it was still built on those old systems, right? Which is why we have what we have today, right? We still have, and not only that, it was kind of done unconsciously, right? It was kind of done just like, we're gonna come here, we don't care if there's anyone living here, right? We're gonna create our new country and do our own thing. And here's the thing, while it's still a celebration, right? Because they founded this new country, and it was a time of exploration. It was a time of something new, of building, right? This new country, but it wasn't conscious, right? It wasn't thinking about the repercussions of coming here, right? And killing the indigenous and right, and all of the things that we're now really coming to terms with. We're now integrating this into our lives. And that's why, this Independence Day, I know for many of us, we've had the time at home to reflect. We have everything that's going on in the world, in media, in really bringing the world to a point where we can all share our perspectives. We can all have these conversations and build a new system, right? Build a new structure consciously, right? Knowing that what was done before didn't work. Knowing that, okay, we can take what did work and kind of revamp what didn't. And it's the same thing when it comes to relationships, right? Once again, we're talking about claiming your independence. And it's really about, once again, doing away with the old structures of what you thought a relationship should be like, or how you operate, right? The systems of operation in those relationships, right? Are you in a system of feeling needy? Are you in a system of completely shutting down and not letting anyone in? What system are you in that you can claim independence from, right? Do away with, and now be in this space of independence, of now creating a new structure. And once again, doing it consciously, right? Because what we're seeing now, of course, the US has been its own country, but what we're seeing now is the reformation, right, of those systems, the really, even the doing away and the creation of new systems. So I just want to share that with you, because this whole Independence Day weekend, right? While looking at the full moon, getting chewed up by mosquitoes, trying to catch the eclipse, I had this epiphany, this moment of a download where it's so tied in with what's going on in the world, with what's going on in our lives, right? What's going on daily. And once again, I want to share this with you because for you ladies that are really looking to attract the right partner, to really be in a healthy and lasting relationship, in a conscious relationship, especially right now when things are kind of up in the air, people are really looking to connect, to feel that sense of community, to feel grounded, to feel that love and support. This is where you want to start, right? You want to start by claiming that independence from the old structures. You want to rebuild your systems, your way of operating when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to attracting the right person that will be there to support you, that you'll actually have that connection where you can build a deeply meaningful relationship. And once again, I want to share this with you because we're talking about claiming that independence, rebuilding, starting new, right? Not bringing in the old baggage with what you're trying to accomplish, which is making a deep connection, meeting the right person, having a meaningful relationship. And, I'll be talking more about this as the month goes on. But I just really wanted to share that with you because it's so exciting when you can really see how the outer world, right, mirrors the inner world, where we can see the doing away of old structures and we can celebrate the independence and being able to do it in a way that's conscious, that you're aware, that you're making those choices, right? You're not just kind of going with the flow and operating on autopilot, but you're consciously deciding to do away with those systems, to acknowledge, right? To take responsibility for yourself, right? Because that's really what goes down. You're no longer putting the responsibility, right, on someone else, but you're reclaiming that and saying, no, I'm responsible for my decisions. I'm responsible for my actions. I'm responsible for my choices. And now I get to choose better, right? Now I get to choose me. Now I get to choose love. So once again, I just really wanted to share my Independence Day revelation, right? Where I know that this is exactly what I I do when I work with my clients. And if you're needing help with this, reach out. But it's really doing away with those old structures and integrating, right? What you've learned in this time of exploration, and now are able to claim that sovereignty, right? Recreate those structures and really build relationships that are built on love, are built on trust, and are built on the type of relationships you are desiring to have in your life. So, with that said, claim that independence, do away with the old structures, and reach out if you need support. So, thank you so much for joining me once again. For those of you that are here live, those of you catching the replay, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, say hello. I love connecting with you all, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Have an amazing night. Bye.